Let me ask you a question. What would life be like if you could choose to do anything you wanted to do, anytime you wanted to do it? My name is James Leis. I'm a real estate investor. It wasn't like that when I was starting to grow up. When I was growing up, my mom told me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And she instilled the beliefs in me that you got to go to school, get good grades, and then get a good job. Well, I knew that to be true, but as soon as I became 18, I didn't have a plan. And this was very tough. So I ended up choosing and looking at options, and I went into the military. And the military gave me a purpose. The purpose touched my heart. And as it touched my heart, I ended up serving and fighting for the freedom of our country. And what that instilled in me is I didn't have a lot of money, but what I did was I saw a bigger passion inside me. It was my human being, my being inside me, that I could connect, traveling around, meeting people, serving. I was an electrician for aircraft, so I saw the planes leave, I saw the pilots come back, and I saw a mission that was accomplished. And every time that happened, it gave me a sense of purpose. And I started realizing purpose. But then I had to realize inside of me, I had to have a passion aligned to that purpose, and I wasn't connected. So I did my 20 years, and as I got out, I started looking at what was my purpose. My purpose was people. My purpose was me, my inner being, my soul. Connecting that to a direction in life, having a plan, setting goals. And I wasn't connected to this. It was already handed to me while I was in the military. I was in so much of a structure. But when I got out, I could be anything I want to be. I could do anything I wanted to do. And this was powerful because it gave me the ability to choose to live under a value system of freedom, the freedom of choice. And I started learning to align everything in alignment to that faith. Faith, family, finance, fitness, and friends, all in alignment to what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And real estate investing just seemed to be so big of a purpose in life that I didn't know if that was even possible for me to do. Well, I started the process of learning the skills and becoming a student of the game. And I learned the definition of skills. How do you learn skills? Well, you have to become a student of the game. Well, how do you do that? Well, you get the academics for that particular, for me it was real estate investing, it was money. I had to learn about real estate deals. I had to learn about how to put the deals together. I had to learn about fixing and flipping the property. And at the end of that, I ended up receiving a profit. Now this was a path that when I ended up getting to the title company and receiving that first $68,000 check, I had hit the finish line in my life. I so thought. It was the ability to help another individual do the same thing. It was the discipleship that was in me. The purpose in me wasn't to get to the finish line for me. It was the purpose of helping somebody else realize that they had the inner strength to do it for them, and I could be their coach. I could be their mentor. And for me, I realized when somebody else got to the finish line, they ended up realizing that I made my purpose come true. That was when I saw the next generation, the person that they started helping others, somebody else. And then I realized that together we started to receive a higher purpose. And then it turned into my son. My son was when it really connected to me. I started bringing my son to properties. And he started seeing Dad show up at the properties. It was like, wow, Dad, that house just doesn't look good on the inside. Well, we're going to take that, we're going to fix it up, and we're going to put it back in the market. We're going to sell that, just like I did with my inner self. I started learning that what was inside of me was not connected to a higher purpose. And I felt as soon as I told my son that I was able to fix and flip that property, I told him it was because I was able to fix and flip me. Now my son has become a discipleship to me, and he looks up at me and says, "Dad, thank you so much for being the dad that I want you to be."